The most anticipated earnings releases for the week of October 20th, 2025. Presented by earningswhispers. The number of companies reporting earnings this week picks up again, and there are well over 300 companies with analyst coverage scheduled to report. The majority of the interest, though, is in just two names. I'm sure you can guess which ones. Monday will start off with Cliffs, and while earnings aren't exactly expected to be anything to get excited about, revenue is about to turn positive for the first time in over a year, and assuming that trend continues, the May bottom is likely something long-term, while the June spike in short interest still hasn't been worked off. The amount of interest in AGNC investment is already a surprise. It is all about lower interest rates ahead and the improving mortgage originations. Some data checks show we are already seeing that improvement. Really, though, the names you care about the most this week don't really start reporting until Tuesday. Netflix is second on the list for the week, but they top the list on Tuesday and report after the close. Are people canceling their subscriptions? It doesn't look like it. Before the open on Tuesday, we will get results from Coca-Cola. The staples have been laggards in 2025, and while shares of Coca-Cola have held up, the stock has underperformed the group this quarter. Yet, investors still like it. The stock at the top of investors' list this week is easily Tesla. We already have a good idea about the quarter, so you want to know about trends following the pull forward ahead of the EV credits expiring, as well as updates on robotaxi and FSD. Meanwhile, the stock is holding above 420. Shortly before Tesla reports on Wednesday, IBM will report. Remember a couple of years ago when everyone hated the stock, and there was a huge bet against it as the stock held below $150? That was before AI, and the April 2023 earnings release marked the bottom for earnings in the stock. Now, however, sentiment has swung to the opposite end of the spectrum. Note that some brokers are showing the SAP reports before the open on Wednesday, but that's wrong. They will report at 4:05 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. Intel will report after the close on Thursday, and all of a sudden, the company is relevant again. The stock has made a strong breakout above $25 during the quarter, but it has little to do with third-quarter earnings expectations. Still, cost controls give modest upside room to estimates. Newmont Mining also reports after the close on Thursday. All you need to know here is they mine gold. Speaking of cost controls, P&G reports before the open on Friday, and they're trying really hard to improve profitability, but some things just take time. Also before the open is Booz Allen, which is seeing fundamentals trend lower, and they are expected to continue trending lower. That's why short interest is at a record high, and sentiment is at its lowest level since 2011. Friday was options expiration, and the VIX spiked to its highest level since April before giving all of that back and then some. That still left volatility elevated ahead of earnings this week. That leaves Coursera as a standout among those with the biggest expected moves this week. The stock has averaged a 22% move on earnings in recent quarters, but traders are only pricing in a 16.5% move this time. Finally, now that we move the monthly calendar out 1 week, we see a continued full calendar, with Nvidia and the retailers getting numbers out before Thanksgiving week.
Shh.